Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna do a little reaction video. I know. What is going on, Jair? My producer said that I had the microphone upside down, but luckily we got it back up and running. All right. Hello guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Back with your co-host, Projected Paint. Today we're gonna do a little reaction video. We're gonna react to a video that I came across earlier today. It's how Neuralink will break reality. Interessante. So yeah, without further ado, let's see what all that fuss is about.
This is a brand new product just revealed by Mark Zuckerberg and Meta. It's a pair of fully holographic, augmented reality glasses. They call it Orion. Mark's belief is that products like Orion, the Meta Quest, and the Apple Vision Pro will become the next major computing platform, an evolution beyond the smartphone. And Zuck may be correct in his prediction, but let's be real here for a second. Does anyone actually want to wear this thing on their face all day long? Sure, your weird glasses can augment reality, that's cool and all, but let's talk about how we can alter reality. Break it, if you will. And that's a project that Elon Musk has been working on for the past 8 years now. Of course, we are talking about Neuralink. If augmented reality is the next evolution of the computer, then Neuralink is the final form, the omega, if you want to keep the ancient Greek reference.
This is insane. The fact that we're like merging technology with the brain, like what are we doing? Like we're not going based off the laws of nature. You know, what we're supposed to be doing is reproducing. Like we're not going based off how we're supposed to naturally evolve. It's like we've reached a point where we've reached a halt. And maybe you could say like technology is a part of the evolution, but this is not nature.
While Zuckerberg was out shilling his new glasses, Neuralink was busy securing approval for a new implant that will pipe computer vision directly into a person's brain. Blindsight was just classified by the Food and Drug Administration as a breakthrough device. This essentially means that it's been fast-tracked through the development and review process in order to get this device into human patients as fast as possible. Elon Musk has said the Blindsight device from Neuralink will enable even those who have lost both eyes and their optic nerve to see. It will even enable those who have been blind from birth to see for the first time. To accomplish this, Neuralink will replace human eyes with small digital cameras, much like those that Meta is using in their—
What are we talking about right now? What is this guy speaking out of his mouth? Like what is this guy saying?
Reality glasses. And then the difference comes in when Neuralink cuts a hole in the person's skull and sews a few dozen tiny wires into their brain. You won't find that on the Meta product roadmap. What Neuralink is doing here will be to create a wired connection directly into the visual cortex of the brain, which spans both left and right hemispheres. So really, there will need to be 2 holes in the person's head. Again, the process here is not so different from the Facebook glasses, where those employ miniature projectors to take digital code, convert that to electrical light energy, and overlay it on the lens as visual information. Neuralink will take digital information from the camera and convert that into an electrical signal that's transmitted into the brain, which will then be stimulated into displaying that camera feed into the patient's field of view. Now, that sounds a bit crazy, and it is, but we have to remember that our entire experience of the world is provided to us by input devices. The eyes, ears, finger, tongue, they're all just a big network of sensors that pipe electrical signals into the semi-solid biological computer that sits inside your skull. That's you, a gray, wrinkly lump plugged into a meat suit. And that's existentially a little bit terrifying, but we can either let that keep us up at night, or we can use our knowledge of science and biology to exploit the system, to hack the human experience, to break reality as—
That is crazy. Like if we come down to think about it, like what are we? Like who are we? Like when I say me, am I referring to like the physical body, or am I talking about the mushy, you know what I mean, meat inside of my skull? Is that who I am, or is it within that, like within what is happening inside of that? Or
this is something that Meta cannot do. In an interview with Cleo Abrams, Zuckerberg admitted that haptic feedback is not possible with augmented reality. The glasses can show you any experience, but they can't help you feel it. Zuck also relented that smell is a critical component of an immersive experience, but would be an incredibly difficult challenge to bring to augmented reality. I'd even argue that these aspects are just straight up impossible to ever deliver with a wearable device. With a brain-computer interface, on the other hand, there is no theoretical end.
Sorry guys, my producers wanted to say something. Yes?
The microphone is not connected to the camera.
You thought to say that now?
Yo, hello guys, hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. There it go. Okay guys, we're gonna continue. We had just a slight error, but let's not let that stop us.
There is no theoretical end to the possibilities. Now, let's take another quick reality break here. As fun as it is,
I want to mention that I feel like we're in the phase of like merging with technology. I mean, you could say in some sense we're already in that phase of, I guess, already having technology merged with humanity. I feel like what's going to come next is going to be something that like we watched in the sci-fi movies, like the ability to download a book, the knowledge of a book, you know what I mean? Or the ability to communicate telepathically. Right now, currently we're in the process of merging with technology. It's kind of scary. It fucking sucks because I feel like sometimes I wish things were like normal. I wish things were back like they used to be. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like, I don't know why, I just feel like reality it hasn't been the same since like 2020. It hasn't been the same. I just feel like everything's kind of been off. It almost feels like we're in a reality show. Like it feels like we're in like a simulation. Like it's almost like I'm in a parallel universe. I don't know. It's just, I feel like even interacting with certain people, it's kind of like people are like disconnected from each other just because we're constantly on these things, which is funny because I read this book that talked about the same issue where like technology, like the claims of people who are developing technology, the claim is like connection, like we're able to connect like never before, in which it's true, but I feel like, I guess the author was saying that it actually does the opposite of connecting. Like we need physical contact. We need like person-to-person communication. We need real life, if that makes any sense. I feel like as a result of us being in the phone all the time, I actually like came across this clip that was talking about how because of what technology is able to offer, we're able to isolate ourselves like never before. Like for example, if I text a friend, right? He doesn't respond back. He's thinking he's fucking Justin Bieber, like he's thinking he's important or something. Like he's playing that game where he's like, I don't like, you know, when somebody like when you're saying, what are you doing? And they respond like 2 weeks later saying nothing. What about you? It's like, bro, I didn't already like moved on with my life. I already had plans. I already had fucking life transformational experiences. Like I don't need you anymore. You know what I mean? Like you should have responded. Like, I mean, I feel like, that's a good question to ask. Like, what's the longest somebody could, I guess, wait until they respond back? I mean, I guess it depends on like the situation. Like, if it's something where it's like it's a question, like relating to like you want to work out or something, and you're planning on working out in like an hour from now, I feel like you should like, I don't know, dude. I guess it really depends if like you're using your phone that often. Like if you're not a phone person, but who isn't a phone person? Like we're in 2025, like everybody's fucking glued to their phone. Like there's no excuse. I mean, I guess you could say that like if you're a person just, I guess, is actively trying to not use your phone, you could, I guess, make that argument, but most people are using their phones, so there shouldn't be any excuse for most people, you know what I mean? But anyways, like if the person doesn't respond to me, I can get my needs met via other person or via, I guess, a YouTuber or I don't know, there's just like billions of people on the internet. I can receive all my psychological needs via phone. And so, I don't know, I just feel like it's making us more distant from each other. I feel like human interaction isn't even human interaction anymore. Like, I feel like we're talking in code now. Like, I feel like language is starting to like change, which is, all right, let me stop going on a rant. Let me like continue the video. Actually, I want to mention Mark Zuckerberg. Like he's been on some like wave recently. He's like completely changed. He looks like he's about to like release his like a next album or something. He's been having some drip lately. Like his hairstyle, the clothing, like, I don't know, just his aura has changed. Maybe it's that jujitsu, who knows?
A quick reality break here. As fun as it is to harp on Zuck, although gotta admit his new haircut is a massive improvement towards looking like a real boy, easily the best decision.
That's literally what I was just saying.
Is a massive improvement towards looking like a real boy, easily the best decision he's made since the whole Facebook thing, but these Orion glasses are definitely one of the most insane products we've seen in a long time. They are very impressive and they do exist in the real world.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks like it's cool, like it's like very like advanced, but like, come on, let's get a little thinner version. Like, I don't wanna be looking like I'm putting on like a whole astronaut helmet, you know what I mean?
Make you look like a dweeb. And I'm not exactly doubting Zuck's prediction that this kind of wearable augmented reality AI interface technology definitely could overtake the smartphone as our mobile computer system of choice. That could happen within the next 10 years. So Meta has a very powerful head start. They have time on their side. On the other hand, what Neuralink is doing with Blindsight is still pretty far from being anything that will make for an impressive tech demo. Elon has even said this himself, and when Elon Musk is not being ludicrously optimistic about one of his own products, you know that this is real. Quote, "To set expectations correctly, the vision will be at first low resolution like Atari graphics, but eventually it has the potential to be better than natural vision and enable you to see in infrared, ultraviolet, or even radar wavelengths like Geordie LaForge." And any kid who ever strapped a headband to their face and...
Okay, I was trying to stop. Like, what are we talking about? I feel like we grow up just accepting this stuff. You know, sometimes I've thought about like, how does using a camera actually work? Like, you're telling me there's a device, a piece of metal, you know, that'll be able to catch a moment forever. How does that work? We're talking about magic here. Like, what are we talking about? Like, yeah, it's science. Like, it's backed by science, but it's still like, this shit's magic. Like, you want to know magic? This shit's fucking magic. Like, I don't even think the magic in like old tales, I'm not even sure if they had like toilets or whatever. Like they had the ability to teleport, the ability to like cast demons onto somebody, but this right here, like if we think about it, like this is magic in itself as well, if not more. It's, I don't know, it's fucking weird.
That would be. It's also...
I just feel like it's weird how we kind of just accept this stuff. Like, oh, AI, yeah, you know what I mean? ChatGPT, you ask it a question, it literally like responds like as if it was another human being on the other side. You're asking it a question and it responds as if it were thinking. And yeah, like I'm a dumbass. There's, I guess, somebody out there could, I guess, simplify it, but most people they don't understand that process. They just accept the reality and just like, you know, that, yeah, I mean, AI, ChatGPT, yeah, so use it all the time, ask it, or, you know what I mean, like how to respond when a girl, I guess, is dry with the, I don't know, chat. I'm going to continue.
To remember that the Meta glasses are a toy, an incredibly expensive and innovative toy, while Blindsight is first and foremost a medical device. I couldn't help but notice this reply under Elon's post by my fellow space YouTuber, the GOAT, Mr. Marcus House. He wrote, "This is my dream. With my legally blind son, I'd give anything to allow him to see clearly for the first time. Thanks to everyone involved in this project, a bright future hopefully awaits for all those out there with low or no vision." That's what actually matters, and hopefully, that's what Neuralink can deliver for those people who need it. But if we wanted to shift gears back...
That's another thing, like vision. I don't know. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Science is magic. Like, the science behind us being able to see. Like, if we think about it, like, the thing that makes us think is our brain. Like, the engine that logic is ran by is our brain. And I'm not saying the entire brain, obviously. It's the prefrontal cortex. Okay, like, that's the part that makes us be able to think and speak and etc. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's, I guess you could say, that's us. So then, like, why, like, how, that's covered. My wife actually had this poem on, like, that very reality that like we're like, if we think about us as being like the prefrontal cortex, that part of our brain that I guess is able to socialize with others, is able to like communicate ideas, able to think, etc. You know what I mean? Memorize. Okay, that's us. But that's covered, you know, it's covered by our skull. Like you can't like see what's in front of it, you know, but we can see the external world. It's weird how we're able to like translate reality, and I don't know, dude. It's magic. I feel like it's just weird how we just accept this stuff. Like we're going thousands of miles like through space. You know what I mean? Like we're on the space rock. These monkey-looking humans with monkey brains have developed technologies that is literally able to like take the Earth. Magic.
If dweeb glasses are the next big tech thing of the 2030s, then maybe we are looking at Neuralink as the next big thing, a technological revolution for the 2040s. Because, realistically, it's going to be hard enough to convince average people to wear these damn glasses on a daily basis. Imagine then selling the masses on 2 new holes in their head. My expectation is that after a decade of wearing the glasses, brain surgery will sound like a merciful relief, as long as you get to take the damn things off.
This is what.
Okay, dude, I've heard that melody, the freaking doo 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 doo. It's annoying. Like, stop using it. Use something else. Be creative. Like, I feel like nowadays people are just going based off what I guess gets the clicks. I feel like people are going through this like creativity crisis, like where people aren't being creative anymore. At least not as they used to be. And a perfect example of this is movies. Dude, movies, like the movies from the early 2000s, even the late 2000s, like they were fucking amazing. Amazing. Like the Adam Sandler movies. Dude, they're all fucking bangers. They're all bangers. Like I would bet that you wouldn't be able to find one movie that can mirror an Adam Sandler movie. I would bet you wouldn't be able to find that. Because I feel like nowadays, now I'm not saying that there's not any good movies out there. Like Oppenheimer, the Marvel movies, they're all good. They're all great. But I feel like in terms of just like regular movies that just come out every month or, you know what I mean, yearly, I just feel like it's all just masked with CGI, with a bunch of like effects. Like there's no creativity to the plot, and everything is always like the endings are finishing bad. Like it never ends good. You know what I mean? Yesterday I was watching this movie. It's called Stranger Than Fiction. The main character was Will Ferrell, and the entire plot was basically, it was communicating that he was gonna die. The director was basically trying to make us feel like this, like he's gonna die, like it's inevitable, etc. But in the end, he ended up like surviving, you know, and so just things like that. Like I'm not saying that every movie has to end good, but it seems like every movie nowadays is like, it's just nihilistic. It's always like it's ending bad. The endings are terrible, but just like it just ends weirdly. Like you don't even know it's the end. It'll like, she'll shut the door. The main character will say something, walk away, and then the end. I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, wait, like, so what happens now? Like, it's not clear. Anyways, let me stop rambling. Continue watching this video. Oh, did it stop recording? The screen recording stopped on the computer, so I don't even know when it stopped, but I'm gonna just go back and make sure that we didn't miss this part.
It's average people to wear these damn glasses on a daily basis. Imagine then selling the masses on 2 new holes in their head. My expectation is that after a decade of wearing the glasses, brain surgery will sound like a merciful relief, as long as you get to take the damn things off. Neuralink is also a more sustainable option in the long term. By that I mean, there is definitely a hard physical limitation on how small you can make this stuff, and I think we're already pretty close to hitting that wall. And smaller is great, but it usually means more expensive and more fragile as well. As someone who has spent a considerable amount of time wearing glasses, I know how easy it is to just accidentally damage or misplace a pair of glasses. Anyone who's ever sat on their frames. I'm trying to fathom what weather and temperature will do to these over years of ownership. At least you can put a phone in your pocket. You can't just put glasses in your pocket when you aren't using them. What are we all going to walk around with? Glasses hanging on neck straps like a bunch of librarians? Not that there's anything wrong with being a librarian, but you know what I mean. With Neuralink, the biggest investment is the surgery, but it's an automated surgery that's done by a robot. So it won't be cheap, but it shouldn't be outrageously expensive either. And now that you've done it, the only thing you would ever want to upgrade would be the chip and the battery cell. They can just pop that out and pop a new one in. That's already been done with monkeys, although they do have to cut your skin flap and peel that back first, then sew it back down afterwards, so you probably want to keep the upgrade cycles to a minimum, but it is an option. And the upside is that you can use this device anywhere, at any time, without anyone knowing that you have one. And in theory, you could use the link to interface with any other device or technology. Everything would go straight from the computer to your brain, and from your brain to the computer. And if things keep going the way that they are right now, there's not going to be a computer in the world that isn't running on some class of artificial intelligence. Elon Musk has envisioned this AI interface working like a third layer of functionality in the human control center. The primary layer is your limbic system. This is kind of your base level behavioral instincts: food, sex, fight or flight responses, caring for babies, all of those deep-seated behaviors that are universal among pretty much every living thing on the planet. Primal stuff. The secondary layer is your cerebral cortex. That's the wrinkly outer layer of your brain that kind of works like your CPU. Your consciousness, thought, emotion, reasoning language, and memory all originate in this gray matter.
Okay.
Sometimes your limbic system overrides your conscious thought. Most times it's the other way around. The give and take keeps us alive and functional. And then the third layer, or your tertiary layer, is artificial intelligence. Elon thinks that there is room for optimism that this can all work out, given that the cortex is very intelligent, but the limbic system is not. Yet they work together in harmony, so perhaps there could be a tertiary layer where a digital superintelligence lies that would be vastly more intelligent than the cortex, but still be able to coexist peacefully with the cortex and the limbic system. And at that point, what is real? If you can have a fully immersive sensory experience in virtual reality that you can taste, touch, smell, and feel, would that really be any different than something that happened in the real world? Is that already what we are experiencing right now? We just haven't fully realized it yet? Do you feel your own reality beginning to crumble and break just thinking about this stuff? Remember, you're not actually a human being. You're a gray wrinkled lump of bioelectric tissue plugged into a meat suit. Or you could buy Zuckerberg's dorky glasses and be perfectly happy. That's cool too.
Well, that was interesting. My summary, I don't know, dude. It's just, that's cool stuff. I like how the video didn't like have this narrative that the end of the world is around the corner, just because I feel like it's almost like become a trend to just basically say like things are gonna end bad, that the end of the world is approaching, and like, yeah, there's a lot of fucked up shit happening, but I just don't like this approach of just basically saying like the world's fucked, but that's it. You know, just not find a solution, not thinking about like what could we do to avoid this, you know? I don't know, I just feel like it's discouraging because I'm a young guy, and if everybody is saying that the future doesn't look good, then it's like, I don't know, it can get suicidal. It can get nihilistic, it can get pessimistic, because like what's the point? If the future is basically saying the end, then why not the end right now? So things like that, I just don't like it. I kind of try to like avoid it just because I feel like it does me more bad than good. So I like how this video didn't, I guess, they just didn't have that narrative. I feel like there is a benefit to like admitting that the world is fucked, and being aware of that. I feel like admitting to the situation at hand, I think, is a good start to being able to find a solution. But yeah, I hope that, I hope we survive. I hope we make it to the end. So yeah, without further ado, that's it. If you guys like these kinds of videos, please comment down below. This was actually kind of fun. So yeah, bear with me, guys, if I'm not as entertaining. This is the first reaction video I've made, but I will assure you that with practice I will get better. Please subscribe, comment down below what kinds of other videos you guys are interested in, or share your thoughts, because I like learning from other people's perspective, because I believe everybody has their own unique experiences in terms of just their input on life, and so I would really appreciate if you guys comment down below what your thoughts are, what I'm saying, whether you guys agree, disagree, I guess what you guys actually think about the situation. So yeah, thank you guys. I hope to see you guys soon. Yeah, peace.